Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good afternoon, students. How are you? Feeling good today? Welcome to our science class. Today we are going to take a new unit and a new topic. We are going to talk about environment for living things. What's environment? Today we are gonna know about environment. Let's see. Today is Thursday and it's 22 of October 2020. Let's start. Environment for living things. How do plants and animals need one another? Do you think plant and animal need one another? Do you think that, Yarila? Do you think plant and animal need one another? What about you, Batul? Yes, do you think they need one another, plant and animal? Yes?
I think the plants and the animals, they all have what they need. Like the animals, they have what they need, like water, food, like they have what they need. And the plant, they have the sun, the air, the water.
What about each other? Do they need each other? Does a plant need an animal or
No,
no? Really? Okay, in this class, I'm gonna show you how they need each other. Yes, they need each other. Now, let me see. I will open this video. Let's see if you can watch it. I think I need to stop share and share again. Just a minute. Okay, here we go. Can you see the video?
Welcome to the lesson, How Do Plants and Animals?
Just a minute. Jenna, you can't see the video?
Every day when Sammy walks home from school with her mom,
Jenna?
they take a path that leads them
Okay,
through a wooded area.
just a minute.
Metallic-looking beetles on her favorite tree.
Jenna, what about now? Can you see the video?
Every day when
Good.
Sammy walks home from school with her mom, they take a path that leads them through a wooded area. Sammy always sees different things on her walk home, but she has noticed that she often sees certain metallic-looking beetles on her favorite tree. Click around the highlighted parts of Sammy's forest to see why this beetle is found on Sammy's tree and how other organisms rely on one another. When you're done, click Next to discover more about the relationships among living things and their non-living surroundings.
So let's start with the insect and look what is the insect is doing. Okay, now you are going to know the relationship between the insect and the tree, also with the bird, and how they interact together to live together. Do they save each other? Are they good with each other, or they are not? Do they need help from each other or not? Now let's take a look at this one first.
Sammy takes a picture of the beetle and looks on the internet for information about it. She finds out that this beetle lays its eggs in this kind of tree. Once the eggs hatch, the small beetles will use the tree as food. Sammy wonders what would happen to this tree if a lot of these beetles were to lay their eggs here. Too many beetles could harm the health of the tree.
So this beetle, what is this beetle doing to this tree? Now, can you tell me, Jayda, what is this beetle is doing to this tree?
what?
What is this beetle doing to this tree?
Climbing on it?
No, can you hear the voice of the video?
No.
Everyone, can you hear the voice of the video? You didn't hear the girl was talking about this beetle, and this beetle is laying its egg inside the tree? And then
I
when,
think I heard it.
okay, after the beetle hatch from egg, from where they get their food?
From where they get their food?
From where? From the tree? Okay, guys, listen to it again, okay? Please, listen to it again.
Sammy takes a picture of the beetle and looks on the internet for information about it. She finds out that this beetle lays its eggs in this kind of tree. Once the eggs hatch, the small beetles will use the tree as food. Sammy wonders what would happen to this tree if a lot of these beetles were to lay their eggs here. Too many beetles could harm the health of the tree.
Okay, Malak. Hi, Malak, how are you? Are you good?
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, this beetle lays its eggs on this tree, okay? When the beetle hatch from the tree, from where do they get their food?
From the tree.
Excellent, from the tree. Okay, do you think beetle will harm the tree if they eat the food in all this tree or not?
Yeah, they'll harm it.
Okay, now let's see who's gonna help the tree.
As Sammy watches the woodpecker, she sees it pick up something from the tree bark. The woodpecker has captured a beetle that was living on the tree. Sammy is not sure if it is the kind of beetle she was curious about, but she thinks about how the bird might help the tree, just like the tree helps the bird. If the beetle was feeding off the tree, then the bird helps to protect the tree by eating the beetle.
Okay, so the woodpecker over here, the bird is helping the tree. How? The bird is taking all the beetles from the tree and eat it. Why? Because it's eating the tree, so it wants to save the tree. Now, is the bird helping the tree now or not? What do you think, Rama? Is the bird helping the tree?
No.
Why? It's eating the beetles who is feeding on this tree.
Yeah.
Yes, excellent, excellent. Thank you. You can mute your microphone, dear. Now let's
Okay.
take a look at this woodpecker, how the tree is helping the woodpecker. How do you think? Hi, Lamar. How do you think?
Yes.
How do you think the tree will help the bird?
Lamar.
Can you tell me, dear?
He'll help Lamar.
Okay, it's fine. Lamar, where do the birds sleep, or where do it put its young?
In the tree?
Yes, excellent. Good girl, Lamar. Thank you. Okay, Judy. Can you tell me, Judy, what does a bird build on the tree?
A bird builds on a tree a nest. So when it lays eggs, he puts it on the nest and he lays on the eggs.
Excellent, excellent, dear. Excellent. Now let's take a look on this bird.
Sammy discovers that some birds have preferences for certain trees, just like she does. This woodpecker likes to make its nest in trees like this one. What would happen to the woodpeckers if these trees were to disappear?
So, the woodpecker put its nest on this tree, so it wants to save the tree for himself too. Not only to save the tree, but also for him to put his nest upon this tree. Now let's see our lesson. What is it about?
Welcome to the lesson, How Do Plants and Animals Need One Another? In this lesson, you'll learn how important plants and animals are to one another. You'll also find out how both plants and animals depend on non-living things to survive. The vocabulary words for this lesson are environment, food chain, and pollen. Click each word to find out more about it.
Okay, so how do plants and animals need one another? Not only that, they sometimes need non-living things to survive. We are going to learn about the words environment, food chain, and pollen. Are you familiar with the word pollen? Have you ever heard the word pollen from before? Yes, Dania, what does pollen mean?
Pollen is the stuff from the flower.
Yes, excellent, excellent. It helps the flower make seeds. Excellent, Dania. Good job. You can mute your microphone now. Okay, we are going to learn environment, food chain, and pollen. Today, let's start with environment. Let's see, what does environment mean?
You probably know that insects eat plants. Do you know that some plants eat insects too? When a fly lands on this Venus flytrap and touches the small hairs on the plant's leaves snap shut. Without insects to eat, the Venus flytrap would not survive.
Okay, we know that flies eat from flowers or plants. Is that right? But have you ever heard that some plant can eat a fly or an insect? Look at the video again. See, look at the small one over here.
You probably know that insects eat plants. Do you know that some plants eat insects too? When a fly lands on this Venus flytrap and touches the small hairs on the plant's leaves snap shut. Without insects to eat, the Venus flytrap would not survive.
So, this plant is eating flies and insects. Once it feels that a fly or insect near or close, it will shut on them and snap them until they die, and it will eat them. Okay? Let's see what's environment.
Your environment is all the living and non-living things around you. Ducks, fish, and frogs might be part of the living environment. Non-living parts of the environment include air and water. Animals need water to drink and air to breathe.
Now let's hear again. Please focus, girls. I'm going to ask you, what is environment? What does it include? Listen.
Your environment is all the living and non-living things around you. Ducks, fish, and frogs might be part of the living environment. Non-living parts of the environment include air and water. Animals need water to drink and air to breathe.
Okay, so what is environment? If you have any idea, please raise your hand. What is environment? Environment includes what? What and what? Yes, Lara. Sleepy Lara. Yes, Lara.
Living and not living things.
Excellent. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Okay. All the living and non-living, they help each other. And in one place, we call it environment. All right. So in this picture, can you tell me what are the living things and non-living things? What are the living things, Yarima?
Living things that make stuff like alive or something.
Yes, alive. What's alive in this picture? Look at this picture.
What's alive?
Living things. Who are the living things in this picture?
Ducks.
Ducks. Excellent, excellent. Hi, Elujane. What else? Ducks and what?
Frogs.
Thank you, Rima.
And cat.
It can be cats. Excellent. Thank you. What are the non-living thing? Yes, Yelian. What are the non-living thing?
The non-living things, the rocks.
Rocks. Excellent. What else?
Also the grass.
No, plant are
No,
living things.
Yeah.
What about water? Water, is it living?
Water is not.
Excellent. Water is not living thing. Also, air. Air is not a living thing. Okay, guys, I will have to stop record, then let you watch a video from the YouTube, okay? So let's push record. Part of the environment, okay? Can you tell me what's your environment now, right now? Tell me the living and non-living things around you. Who wants to participate? Okay, Mariam, yes. Sorry, Lamar, by mistake. Sorry, Lamar. Yes, Mariam.
Water is not living thing.
Excellent. Water is not a living thing.
And air.
Air too. So you need in your environment living and non-living things to help you survive. Okay, now what is your advice to keep our environment safe? Do we need to keep it safe or not?
We need to keep it safe.
Okay, can you give me one advice to keep your environment safe?
Air.
Air?
And water.
Okay, I want you to tell me your advice. Thank you. Thank you, Mariam. Thank you for participating. Leon, I can see that you are making a show. What is it about? Tell me.
I'm just saying that everything is actually non-living thing. Like the window is not living thing, the door is not living thing, and also the towels are not living things. My phone is not even a living thing. My table is not a living thing. Everything is not a living thing.
Okay, what about your family? Are they living or non-living?
Yeah, they are living.
Okay, do you need them to survive?
Yeah.
Of course, you need each other. So, do they help you? Does your mom help you to cook for you your food, maybe?
Yeah.
Who help you making your homework? So you need living and non-living things to do something. Okay, all these are your environment. Now, the question here, I want you to tell me how to keep it safe.
The living things?
Mm-hmm. And non-living.
The living things, you need to drink water and eat a lot and keep moving.
No, now let me ask you a specific question. From where do you get your food? From where do you get vegetables? From what? From plants. Yes. Do you need to keep plants safe?
Yeah.
How do you keep plants safe?
From drinking them water.
Giving them water. Excellent, excellent. How about pollution? Do you throw garbage, guys, outside in your environment? In the garden, for example? Do you throw garbage? No, you throw it where? In the trash. Excellent. You throw it in the trash. Excellent. We need our environment to be safe and clean so we can live in a healthy environment.
You eat plants such as fruits and vegetables to stay healthy. Let's look at some other ways that animals rely on plants for survival. Click each image to learn more.
So really, some animals eat plants for living, so they rely on each other. How? They depend on plants to live. So they need plant to live.
Pandas eat mostly bamboo plants. Some animals eat only plants and could not survive without them.
So panda eats bamboo plants. You know the bamboo plants? They can't live without it. Some other animals, they only eat plants. So without plants, they are not gonna survive. They don't eat other animals, so they are not going to survive. Let's see what plants can do for animals other than eating.
Plants give off oxygen into the air. We need this oxygen to breathe.
Excellent. So plants give us what? Plants give us oxygen, and we need oxygen to breathe. Let's see birds. What do they need?
Some animals use plants for shelter. Birds sometimes use pieces of grass and leaves to make their nests.
So they rely on each other. They depend on each other. Some animals use plants like their shelter. So birds, they build their nest from plants or on trees so they can live, they can have a shelter. Let's see what can we use from living things to make shelter for our own.
People might use wood, which comes from trees, for building their homes.
So we people, we can use trees. Trees are living things to build our homes, to make a shelter for us. Yes, Rilam?
What do we do our homework?
Oh, I'll talk to you about the homework just now, okay? After we finish.
Okay.
Some plants are used for medicine. An aloe vera plant can soothe sunburned skin.
Oh, so some plants can use as a medicine. Have you ever used an aloe vera cream or syrup to heal your burning sunburn after you make a tan or maybe swim in the beach a lot? You had a sunburn, you can put aloe vera cream or aloe vera syrup so to heal your burn. So this is how people and, let's say, living things and non-living things rely on each other to survive, or sorry, plants and animal, how they need each other, even us. Okay, so guys, we reached the end of our class. I'm gonna stop recording to take your questions. Okay, thank you guys.